Kansas City Chiefs. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man. Yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Barkley on the counter. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. He finds his man Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
third down, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray back near his goal line. There's Chris Olave. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Jake Bailey now. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. second down and 4. Here's Cook again. Well, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Cook following the penalty. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He completes it to Olave. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Tyler Conklin from 19 yards away. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Play action now. Prescott steps away. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Barkley, inside handoff. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trying. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 22, Murray. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Lutz to try to end the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, Murray. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And some room to maneuver. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to
touchdown Bills. James Cook from 3 yards out. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. The things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Open man here is Conklin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray now. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Murray going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They begin with a run by Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did.
And he caught it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jeffrey Simmons drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And again, it's Prescott. That's complete to Mooney. And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Olave over the middle. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Olave, 34 yards. And the Bills add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. Working with his 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 1st down, Prescott. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.